I told him he was so dressed up, I asked him if he was taking me to the courthouse to get married. Oh, that's right, we're already married. We already did that. Well, you're looking very handsome today, Donnie, in your red Callaway Christmas sweater.
That's right. I am all Christmassy. This is as Christmassy as I can get.
I got so carried away about the suit, I forgot to say we're headed to Whole Foods to pick up the standing rib roast.
Yeah, but then we're going...
the Star Wars movie.
Right, downtown.
Downtown tonight. Yeah, Marbles Kids Museum, the big IMAX theater. Yep. Yeah. So this is the whole family outing to Whole Foods today. All hands on deck for the crowd. I've gone and picked up the day, Christmas Eve or the day before, the 23rd, other years, and let's just say there's basically nowhere to park in the Whole Foods parking lot because it's not the biggest one ever. And you know, the lines are backed up for them because you never basically have to wait in there. And yeah, Don will make sure Ruby's in good hands and Johnny will come in and help me. And it's raining today. It's really yucky out there. So yeah, it's a family affair, the shopping thing today for groceries. All right, it's the moment of truth. How crowded is it? All of Ruby's normal parking spots were taken. It's packed. I don't see but 1 or 2 vacant spots, and there are people waiting to get in those spots. So thank you, Donnie, for the curb service. Okay, the cat and dog food section is the only section in the whole store that you can hide out in for a minute where there aren't 20 other people within 5 feet. I'm tempted to buy the brownie cheesecake and be done with it. There she is, and there's the ham for New Year's too. Don had to park behind Whole Foods. It's so busy over here, and he's coming around to get us now. Yeah, Johnny was very helpful in the store because I basically could not push the cart with me. It was too crowded. There was just no room for the cart. So he kind of waited for people to move patiently and sort of followed behind, and I went and grabbed what I needed and came back to him. So that was very helpful.
So I'm doing chauffeur duty today, and of course, as a Tesla chauffeur, it's pretty easy duty. I was sitting in the parking lot. I drove all the way to the opposite end of the shopping center, totally opposite from the Whole Foods side, which was Zooey. And I sit over there with the heater on, nice and cozy, listening to my podcast. You know, it's something that you don't think about. With a gas car, I would have been sitting there and eventually got cold, of course, unless I left the engine run. And same thing in the summertime. You know, you're sitting there in the heat, you have to keep the car running. But with an electric car, especially a Tesla, you sit there, you're oblivious to all that. Plus you have that entertainment screen right there, all your stuff up there that you need. So I was quite content waiting for my sweetie.
Yeah, it's an environmentally friendlier way to wait comfortably when your spouse is shopping. Yep.
And it was, you know, that particular part of the parking lot I was in was probably the only one that wasn't a zoo. It was still busy over there, but I had enough. I didn't have cars on either side of me, so I parked, you know, basically as far away from any door as possible. In fact, there was another guy across from me. He must have been doing the same thing. He had parked his car. It wasn't a Tesla. I did see Teslas in the parking lot as I drove through looking for a place to park. So we're doing good.
I watched a News Coolum video with Don yesterday about EVgo putting in Tesla plugs and allowing Tesla owners to charge at their stations, since we don't have a CCS adapter here in America. And there were quite a few people leaving comments on that video that they were very concerned that basically the Tesla people would take over their charging, and a lot of anger toward Tesla that they had not opened up their supercharger network. I was kind of saddened by it because there's so much of this us versus them mentality now in our country, pretty much on any topic that you want to debate, instead of us all working for a common goal and the betterment of our country, mankind, civilization. We're just fighting each other. We're so passionate about how we're fighting each other. It's really kind of making me sad. So my wish for this holiday season would be that people would put aside the us and the them and start thinking about mankind as a single thing, trying to move forward, do better for everyone. Yeah, that's what I would wish for this holiday season. Specifically back to the EVgo, I mean, yeah, when there's a Tesla plug at EVgo, I'm sure we will stop by one time to check it out, make sure we're set up in the system, make sure we know how to use it. Then realistically, we would not go back because we have the capacity to get from supercharger to supercharger. We have free supercharging for Ruby, so why would we want to pay for electricity when it's free? The Tesla supercharger is going to charge us, for the time being at least, at a faster speed, so it would be slower to go to EVgo. I don't see us blocking the superchargers like some of the comments feared. Some of the comments were really mean. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's great to have a backup plan. And if Tesla in any way is helping to keep EVgo profitable by getting their plugs over there at EVgo, I would think that would be good for everybody too. You know, we've got people that sometimes don't do what they should do at the supercharger, and I'm sure we have sometimes people that don't do what they should do at the other charging infrastructure. But, you know, there were a couple comments that like assumed that every Tesla driver is a bad driver. I take offense to comments like that. Let's look at individual cases as individual cases. There are all types that drive all kinds of cars. But yeah, I'm sure we'll check it out. Oh God, we just got rear-ended. Yeah. Oh my God, we just got rear-ended. God, I cannot believe it.
Here, get out of the way, and we'll exchange information.
By getting their plugs over there at EVgo, I would think that would be good for everybody too. You know, we've got people that sometimes don't do what they should do at the supercharger, and I'm sure we have sometimes people that don't do what they should do at the other charging infrastructure. But, you know, there were a couple comments that like assumed that every Tesla driver is a bad driver. I take offense to comments like that. Let's look at individual cases as individual cases. There are all types that drive all kinds of cars. But yeah, I'm sure we'll check it out. Oh God, we just got rear-ended. Oh my God, we just got rear-ended. God.
25 miles an hour.
Just pull over here.
Well, there's a car coming out.
Oh. Well, I guess we should get out. God, I cannot believe it. So we were totally stopped at the stoplight.
Yeah.
At Academy Street and Main Street, right by Stick Boys, basically near Stick Boys.
Yeah.
And you were not on autopilot or traffic aware cruise control and totally stopped already when we got hit.
Yeah.
And she was really sorry and obviously, you know, startled like we were.
Right. And
gave us all her information.
Yeah.
We've already called State Farm.
Yeah.
And gotten some instructions about what to do next.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say except for Ruby is not giving us any errors.
Right.
And I hope we're gonna maybe drive down Academy and go in the back way and just make sure autopilot and traffic aware cruise control are still available.
Yeah,
the sensors did not seem to be dislodged and not part of where the little impact happened.
Right. I think realistically, I don't know if the dent wizard can pull it out. I don't know. We will find all that out. I mean, the paint's not damaged, and so that's a good thing. It's just hard to say.
Yeah.
We'll
sort it out.
We'll sort it out.
Well, autopilot came on with no problems. Like I said, the little creases, I'm going to call them, in the liftgate door and the bumper, they're not near the sensors, and the sensors appear to be still properly mounted in the holes. It was it was a bump. Calling it a hit is a little strong.
I mean, there was no not noticing it. But
right, she didn't do any impact to push us into the car in front of us, because there was a car in front of us. It was, yeah. We rested up at home, and Don called the other person's insurance company. I got an appointment made for the 3rd of January. That's a Friday morning over at Tesla. We're still out of school that day, and the appointment's at 11 a.m. so I think that'll work out okay. And we had some leftovers, and now we're on our way into downtown Raleigh to see the new Star Wars movie at Marvel's IMAX Theater.
Yep.
Well, downtown Raleigh is looking quite festive for the holidays this evening. So there's the PNC spire and part of the wall at Marbles. It's very pretty. They did have the waiting area set up. It's 6:05. Don's parking. Johnny's at concessions. I'm in line. You can see that it's not full because 201 through 272, there's nobody in that line. Johnny, what do you think?
Oh wow, totally.
Oh, you got
you. Yeah. Take your picture.
You're gonna get yours made, Johnny? No spoilers. No. We promise. I was very glad to have seen the movie.
Yeah.
And pleased with the ending. Don't listen to anything Don has to say. What did you think, Johnny?
I think it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It brought me right back to seeing all of them with my dad. Yeah. I mean, from the very first one. I mean,
The ending saved it. The ending saved it. It had a good ending.
Don and Johnny almost fell. Both thought that it was too loud. I said it's supposed to be immersive sound, people. The courtyard here between Marbles and the IMAX is always decorated with these really pretty trees at Christmas time, and I don't remember the snowflakes last year, but they're really pretty snowflakes up here too. Don did manage to snag a parking spot on the top of what I call the Marbles Kids Museum parking deck, so I'm hopeful to go up there and get a few pictures. Remind you of something? Taking some great pictures inside Marbles, of that window over the years. See, PNC over there, and Ruby over here, and Johnny and Don back there. I'm cold. I'm walking to get my jacket, which I did not carry into the theater. Yeah, and I hear the car is warm. That'll be nice for the guys while I'm outside in the cold taking pictures. Well, the guys are over there in the warm car, and I'm choosing to be over here at the cold ledge. taking some photos. I love to come up here. It's nice to have the guys with me at night. I can do my thing. They can be warm. You know, I have security. It's good. This is the main Go Raleigh bus hub. There's quite a bit of activity. Buses coming in, going. On Park Street side, and let me walk down here by the Capitol. I've gotten really lucky. Nobody's come. I'd like to set up with my tripod and several lenses for 30 minutes or so. That would be great. I don't think there's anything going on tonight at Raleigh Memorial Auditorium, but it sure is lit up pretty. Well, coming out of Raleigh, headed back to Fuquay, Ruby decided that Dawn is not allowed to use autopilot or traffic-aware cruise control again.
Yeah, I wasn't using it either. I just went to put it on.
And it wasn't there.
And it beeped at me, and I looked down and I saw that I don't have any circles.
Yep, bummer.
Steering wheel and speedometer, nothing like that. And the automatic headlights are
go away too.
Yeah, go away also.
That's part of the problem.
That's part of the problem, yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously it's a software bug.
Yeah.
Hopefully Elon will be rolling out a Christmas software. I think TeslaFi sent me an email today that it went from 2019.40.2.1 to 2019.40.50. I thought, what in the world? I don't know if that, I think it was on a Model 3. Anyway, hopefully it's coming.